Palworld, is it Palworld in trouble? Is it dying? Palworld down 1.3 million players and Steam's biggest ever 2-week drop. Palworld loses over 31 million concurrent players since launch on Steam, making it the biggest 2-week drop off on the Valve platform. This is from PC Games N. Is that how you pronounce it? By Will Nelson. The Palworld concurrent Steam player count has already dropped a significant after launch, as Pocket Bear's take on the survival game genre could be starting to find its player rhythm. The concurrent peak has seen over 1.3 million players begin to step away from the game, while active player count still sits comfortably in the hundreds of thousands. 2 million players jumping in on Steam, 7 million on Game Pass, and then we could kind of see this this chart here as it kind of whoop. Damn, look at these. Look how big these peaks are. And it's sitting under. So it almost hit 2 million, but now it is down below 1 million at its peak. Crazy. So its 24-hour peak, its all-time peak was 2 million. Its current 24-hour peak, a little under 800,000. It is a single-player game. But, you know, obviously a lot of people are going to see that and think, whoa, Palworld is dying. But here's from IGN by Wesley and Poole. Palworld has lost X% of its player base. Discourse is lazy, the dev says. New content will come, and it's going to be awesome. Palworld developer Palworld has commented on the debate about the declining number of people playing the game since launch, calling the Discourse lazy. Taking to Twitter, Pocket Pair community manager Bucky, who's been the voice of Palworld's development team in the West, reflected on the game's first month, saying, since going on sale in early access form from across PC and Xbox in May 2023, I was convinced Palworld could break the 50,000 player mark, Bucky says. Anything above seemed unobtainable, though. I certainly never expected it to reach into the millions. It is taking years to get to this point, and Palworld will only really begins from here. Everyone is working hard to fix the issues and prepare new content. And pals, some of you may have had your fun over the last 3 weeks and found yourself putting the game down. That is fine. Palworld's astonishing launch saw 21 million with Steam alone. And then, let's see, let me continue. Sentiment that keeps keen to counter. This emerging Palworld has lost X% of its player base. Discourse is lazy, but it's probably also a good time to step in and reassure those of you who are capable of reading past the headline that it's fine to take breaks from the games. You don't need to feel bad about that. Palworld, like many games before it, isn't in a position to pump out mass amounts of new content on a weekly basis. New content will come, and it's going to be awesome, but these things take a little bit of time. There's so many amazing games out there free to play. You don't need to feel guilty about hopping from game to game. If you're still playing Palworld, we love you. If you're not going to play Palworld, we still love you, and we hope you come back for round 2 when you're ready. Play lots of games, play different games, and frequently flick through indie libraries to find hidden gems. So, a pretty good response from Bucky, saying that, hey, people are going to put the game down. That's fine. Obviously, in any of these games, there's going to be a percentage drop off as the initial hype dies down. A lot of people will try a game, play it. Maybe they've already beaten a lot of the content on there. It's like, all right, I'm done with this game. The sort of novelty's worn off, so they put it down. They stop playing something else. Maybe they'll play Helldivers or some of their new game comes out, and they want to play that instead. That's perfectly fine. I do that a lot sometimes too. When I get obsessed with one game, I play the crap out of it, then I find something else eventually. But it is worth, I think, discussing that Palworld is a game that I think has potential to be played long term. It has online servers. You can set up online servers that you can play with friends, that you can kind of set up a community to play. Games like Minecraft have been lasting forever with, just slow content updates. But at the same time, I think Minecraft has a lot of kind of bigger chances for creativity. But there are definitely things that Palworld could do better that they really need to fix. I mean, first of all, I think their guild system sucks. You know, if you want to play with other players, that's one of the keys to longevity, is being able to play with friends, play with other people. That sort of interaction and fun. Can you sort of create your own content as you're playing with other people? The guild system that, you know, requires you to share bases with other players. Like if you want to form a guild with like multiple people, you can only have at max level 3 bases. And that's what I was shocked when I tried to do it with you know, some of my family I was playing with. Like, oh, we can't you can't join my guild because we don't have enough available bases, because he had a base and I had a base. So in order, like, one of us would have to destroy our base in order to play like in a guild with each other. That's insane. It's just an absolutely crazy thing to do. Yeah, Palworld. Yeah, it's exactly. It's not the same game. How's it going, Dante? Good to see you. But they haven't done it. And I mean, too, on the server side, you know, they can, yes, they need to set up ways like trade Pokemon, trade items, have an economy. They're already planning on PvP. I think, you know, that's another good way to increase longevity, because, you know, you can kind of play and fight each other. That owns different challenging. Their building system is really rudimentary right now and doesn't allow for a lot of creativity. They definitely need to improve that, because there's always that certain player that likes to build like cool, fun stuff. I think the bases themselves are a little limiting in like their space they allow. That definitely could be changed. And yeah, new content, you know, that's a little bit harder, is definitely something that needs to that, you know, legendaries and that kind of stuff, that needs to be improved. Of course, the bugs, like another thing that's really been annoying me personally, and one of the reasons I've like kind of slowed down is that, and even I was talking to one of my friends who was playing on my server, like one of the reasons he said he dropped the game because he was sick of like going in and like all his pals being sick, or, you know, because they bugged out, they stopped eating, you know, the stuff decayed. You know, they have like a food system where it like decays slowly, but if the pals aren't working and doing their stuff, they're not adding more berries or more stuff or like eating it. So it just slowly decays and does nothing. And, you know, it's basically just goes to waste. As like you get to higher levels, especially, like, one, all the bugs become worse because it's more challenging. And two, like, you need, as you want to scale up your game and production, as, you know, the tree goes up, which it's supposed to do, like it's standard game design. The problem is the automation doesn't work because the PAL AI sucks. So until they can kind of get that fixed, you can't really automate multiple bases, because the second you leave, all the PALs break and they do nothing. So Palworld definitely has a chance to have a good long-term game, but yeah, it definitely needs a lot of work. And it's still in early access. It's an indie company, so I think they'll do fine. Palworld definitely has a good base to become like a sort of franchise. I don't know why they have these images. Oh, it's like PAL comparisons. Good on them. And yeah, like I said, everything's going to lose a percentage player base.